say, hey, Pop, you want to throw the ball with me? He would just say, go do it yourself. So then the only thing I could do is I'd take a baseball and I would go to the side.
The great triangles that make up their sides seem to fall from the sky like the rays of the sun when the disk, veiled by the storm, suddenly pierces through the clouds and lets fall to earth a ladder of sunlight. Thus, they assure the presence of the unlimited sky on earth, a presence that never ceases to contemplate and dominate human agitation, just as the immobile prism reflects every one of the things that surrounds it. In their imperishable unity, the pyramids, endlessly, continue to crystallize the mobile succession of the various ages. But their polymorphous coitus is a function of uniform terrestrial rotation. Everyone is aware that life is parodic and that it lacks an interpretation. Thus, lead is the parity of gold. Air is the parity of water. The brain is the parity of the equator. Coitus is the parity of crime. The night is my nudity. The stars are my teeth. I throw myself among the dead, dressed in white sunlight. Waking up, I associate the horror of rats with the memory of my father correcting me with a blow in the form of a bloody toad into which a vulture, my father, sinks his beak. My buttocks are bare and my stomach is bloody. Very blinding memory, like the sun seen through the lids of closed eyes in red. My father himself, I imagine that, since he is blind, he also sees the sun in blinding red. Parallel to this memory, my father sitting. The corpse was an object of indefinable shape. Pink wax of dazzling freshness. The wax recalled the blonde girl's doll whose feet had been cut off. What could be more delectable? It suited the sardonic, quietly delighted attitude of those present. A cruel and agreeable joke had just been played on some victim as yet unknown. But man is made up of possible abjection, his joy of potential pain. And if the objection and the pain were ever to reveal themselves fully to him by any means, it would be a rag doll disguised as a man, a Pharisee, a clown, or an old maid, any false and chattering affect benumbing the remorse of a failing. Masks. Without speaking of God, spirit serves to mask the intellectual disarray of the few people who refuse to accept a closed system. Destruction gnaws deeply and thus purifies sovereignty itself. The imperative purity of time is opposed to God, whose skeleton is hidden behind gold draperies, under a tiara, and behind a mask. The divine mask and suavity express the application of an imperative form, giving itself as providence for the management of political oppression. As for irrevocable ugliness, it is exactly as detestable as certain beauties. The beauty that conceals nothing, the beauty that is not the mask of ruined immodesty, the beauty that never contradicts itself. I imagine her in one of the hallways of the castle, like a current of air, slamming the doors one after the other, and laughing, in spite of everything, about my crocodile tears. Like the rays of the sun when the disk, veiled by the storm, suddenly pierces through the clouds and lets fall to earth a ladder of sunlight.